Hi guys, it's Juju. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here in the Hills on Roblox, a very adorable hangout game, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic cottage. But before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Okay, so to get started, we need to find an empty plot of land to rent, and I'm just going to pick the first one right over here, and I just need to click on the mailbox to rent it. It will pull up 3 save slots, and I'll load in my main cottage here just to show you what it looks like. But if we want to change, we just go over here and click it again, and we're going to be clicking on an empty save slot because we're going to be starting literally from the ground up. Okay, so how to view your inventory. You're going to click on the items button on the left, and as you can see, there are multiple categories, but the main one that we're going to be using is the furniture one. I really like this game because you can be very creative. You have a couple of options for foundations. There's a grass one, a plastic one, and a wood one. I personally like the wood one, so we're going to start with that. And we can change the color of the foundation here by clicking on the color wheel. I'm going to go with a pink color today. If we want to close out of this menu, we just click on the color wheel again. Next, we're going to select Snap on the bottom right of the UI. This is actually a pretty important step because it will allow things to fall into place. And now we're going to talk about how to use the UI. You can change the size of items and you can rotate them. R is the hotkey to rotate. Now, to size up and size down items, you're going to use the arrows. The arrow pointing up is to size up, and the one pointing down is to size down. And there is a limit to how small and how big you can make something, so you can't just infinitely make things bigger or smaller. And now we are going to be talking about how to rotate things. Let's go ahead and take a look. The first button we're going to press is X. And as I press the R key on my keyboard, it is going to rotate. And this one turns a horizontal item vertical, and we will be using this one later. And if you click Y, it is going to rotate sort of diagonally. And the next button that we're going to press is Z, and that will actually bring it back down horizontally, which is where we need it. So we're going to keep it here, and then to reset back to the original rotation, we're going to press Y. The more you practice this, the easier it will get. You'll become more familiar, but for now, we're going to go ahead and start building our foundation. You're just going to drag the foundation pieces right next to each other, and they actually will snap pretty easily. You can overlap, but for this tutorial, let's just go ahead and lay it down the way that it snaps into place, which is really, really nice. And the snap button is actually something I didn't know about at first, but it's really, really helpful. So for this video, we're going to be laying down this foundation and also adding walls, but for the video after, we're going to be making a roof. So if you want to follow along exactly, you're going to need to put your foundation the exact same as mine. And the same thing goes for the walls. You're going to want to set it up exactly like me. So I'm just going to be getting these into a good place. I do have snap on, so they're going to line up perfectly once I have that first position set up, and they can snap into other places if you would like on the ground covering up the foundation, but for this design I'm going to be wrapping around brick slabs later because I like the way it looks. So for this last panel on this side, I don't want it to hang over, so I'm gonna sort of scooch it over and it's gonna overlap with the wall right in front of it, and then that's exactly how I want it. And after rotating, I'm going to place this wall right here, and again, that's gonna slightly overlap, but I kind of like the look of that. So for this last panel, I placed it in the wrong place, so I'm going to realize it in just a moment. So I'm going to walk over and look and realize that it is uneven, so I'm going to select it, pick it up, and put the wall down again, and there is the correct spacing. And let's move on to the next side. I'm going to hit R so that it rotates. And you can see before I place the final wall, I'm going to go double check, and I do need to scooch that one in a little bit. So for the back wall, I didn't need to, but for the two side ones, I did, just to make it a little bit more clear. And now I'm going to be placing these walls right over here, but for the next part, we're going to be using an arch wall because we're going to be adding a door later. So we're just going to place that in the center, and then we're going to be using a large plastic wall, which is different from the plastic wall that we were just using. And we're just going to snap those large plastic walls right into place, and it fits perfectly. It does overlap, but it overlaps exactly where it needs to. And that is the end of building our walls and our foundation. Like I said, in my next video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a roof. I'm really looking forward to that video, and I already have it recorded, so I will probably be posting it tomorrow if I can get editing done. But let's go ahead and go into the shop because I don't think we talked about the shop. I'm going to search for stairs because I actually need one. And then for the amount, I wanted to mention that you can change the amount here. I do not need 500 stairs or even 5, I just need 1. But I just wanted to mention that you can change the quantity. So I'm going to get set up here for making a roof. I'm going to put up some stairs. And that is the end of this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Make sure to subscribe so you keep up with this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!